goody? What's goody? What's happening? How's everybody? How did I do this last time? Let me get my stream set up for you guys so I can see who's chatting.
Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the
your
ATM
favorite
jam. Tell me what you wanna do.
Your favorite beverage?
A badass bitch. It don't get swallowed in that
favorite
fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass.
Snuggle up, get your favorite fleece blanket.
Don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch.
You know
I
what I'm
got
saying? Shout out
racks to the ATM jam.
Jose
Tell me
Amon.
what you wanna do. They shooting in the parking lot. Everybody get low. They shooting in the parking lot.
We are here, people.
Now stand by, soldier. Stand by, soldier. And let the working motherfucking ass like I told you. Stand by, soldier. Stand by, soldier. And let the working motherfucking ass like I told you. Shoutouts to Brandy Latia on Facebook. Shoutouts to her. All right. Kind of close to this. It is A-OK. What's happening, guys? I think we're ready to get started. How's everybody doing? Shout outs to Anna Gonzalez on TikTok. Tap that screen. All right, let me give my spiel. Let me give my shtick, my spiel. Thank you. Welcome. I want to welcome you guys for tuning into this multi-million-dollar stream. I'm your host, Kev Prosper, the owner and founder of Prosperity U LLC. And Prosperity U LLC is creating a society of wealth, positivity, and inspiration. You are tuned into Love and Money, the podcast of Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App above, $ Prosperity U LLC. I know you see it. Go to that Cash App and give it everything you got. And then visit this website below, prosperunlimited.com. And allow that website to change your life. I guarantee it, because it changed mine. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. But most importantly, thank you for sharing. Because sharing is caring. And if you like the show, give a gift or just give a like. The likes are free, guys. The likes are free. And remember, we do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Thank you for everybody tuning in on TikTok. Make sure you tap that screen and give me some likes. I love you guys so much. And last but not least, remember to invest in the brand Prosperity U LLC. That's right, boys and girls. That's right. That's right. All right. So before we get into the business, let's take a second to hear a word from our sponsors.
These are all of my books. My very first book, Leave the Fairy Tales Up to Disney, The Reality of Dating. Haunted Truths, a romance murder mystery set in the heart of Brooklyn during the 1980s, during the height of the crack era. Switch, my romantic comedy. My trilogy, Spirit of the Machine, 1, 2, and 3, sci-fi action thriller. My poem anthology, Red Garden. That is System of the Sun. That's my book on organizational skills. Don't wait till I get rich to buy that book. New Shoes. That's my book on self-esteem, on how to love yourself. Ratchetology. Yes, I'm the Ratchetologist. Take my advice.
Don't you just love it, huh? Don't you just love it? That's right, guys. That's right. All right. So we have a very messy evening planned this evening. Let's get straight to the business. All right. So, what is on the menu for today? Hold on. Let me ease my chair back in. Let me get a little more comfortable. Let me. I should light a cigar or something and have a light glass of Henny with a cigar or something. You know what I'm saying? I should have a fireplace behind me and not. Where do we begin? Guys? Where do we begin? So, for those of you who are under a rock, who haven't been tuned in on the internets or whatever, the gossips and the tabloids, this woman has gone viral for all the wrong reasons. And I'm gonna get into why. So from what I've gathered so far, I haven't like I didn't sit through and watch everything. It's just the internet does a great job of filling you in. So that's what I'm gonna do. This young lady, she has multiple kids with multiple men. I didn't even care to count. And you know, I guess she found the one, you know what I'm saying, or the bag, so to speak. And she had her back against the wall, and she figured, oh, he got money, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go, run it up. You know what I mean? Why not? So yeah, men are opportunists, women are survivalists. And, with their backs against the wall, they're going to make desperate moves. They're going to make, you know what I'm saying? They're going to do what it takes, as they say, right? And she thought that this was going to be her ticket. You know what I mean? But now bear in mind, this woman comes with her own set of problems and her own set of issues, let alone just in herself, but then dragging the kids along with it. The kids have their own set of problems and their own set of issues. You know what I mean? And then not just that, you have to take care of them. Here goes another scammer. Here goes one of them. Shout outs to Olive 402. Olive 402. If you're going to spam me, contribute to the Cash App. That's all it takes, buddy. That's all it takes. Just go to that Cash App and give it everything you got, and then you can spam me all you want. All right? Just contribute. There you go. All right. And so she gets with this guy, desperate, back against the wall, nowhere to go. Kind of the same way like how dudes shack up with chicks that they don't really like. You know what I'm saying? Just for a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? They beat it up for a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? She pretty much did the same. And now she's alleging that this man sexually assaulted. I gotta mix up my words, you know what I'm saying, for the algorithm. Sexually assaulted her children. Now, and then so okay, so let me just break down the timeline. So she claims this man did this to her children, and then the man's niece comes up and sets the record straight, breaking it down so it could forever and consistently be broke. You know what I mean? And she says that the truth is her oldest son was the one who was doing such and such to the younger children. And then so now people do their digging. You know, the internet, they're gonna do their digging and come to find out he's been trying to get away from this woman. He's been trying to there's all sorts of police reports, and there's like a rap sheet on their relationship, pretty much. And then the internet did some more digging, and then they found out one of the fathers of her children, because she claims that, you know, she's playing up the whole sprinkle lifestyle, and how she used to date bums and dusties and thugs and no goods, and now she done came up with the ring. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, as you can see. As you can see right there, right? So she's playing up this whole lifestyle and you know, showing off, and you know, she's selling a dream, pretty much, and it's all a lie. Like most of these people on the internet. Let's keep it a bean. And so so now he finally, and then this has been going on over the course of some time now. He's finally divorced her, and she can't get any money out of it. You know what I mean? And so once again, her back is against the wall, and she's making desperate measures, right? So yeah, and now she has a GoFundMe and the whole nine, and you know, the whole internet scammer rhetoric. You know what I mean? She's got a GoFundMe, yeah. And so here's my take on the whole situation. First of all, if you come to the internet with a criminal matter, it's a lie. 9 out of 10 times it's a lie. It's a whole lie. You know, you think you do. I don't know what I know what she thinks she's doing by running to the internet with it. But if you run to the internet before you run to the authorities, then obviously it's fake. It's a lie, and you're trying to pull at the heartstrings of people. You know what I mean? And so yeah, and then it's been done so many times on so many different scales and so many national levels that we see right through it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a lie, it's a joke. Like get out of here. We don't believe you. You need more people. You know what I'm saying? And then one thing, it was funny that when the niece was calling her out, the niece pointed out something that I never really paid attention to, that women typically pay attention to. The niece was like, you know, you could tell she's lying. When people cry, they don't wipe up here, they wipe down here. I was like, wow. Ding, bingo. I was like, oh man, why didn't I think of that? But you know, it's true. There's some truth to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know, when people are sincere, when people, you know what I mean, when those tears are genuine, they're not. Oh my God. Nah, get out of here. We don't believe you. You need more people. And so that was pretty. I found that to be quite revelatory, and quite astounding, if you ask me. And then you know, her name is Paloma, so she's Dominican. One thing, I don't know if you've ever visited a third world country. You know what I mean? In a third world country, you know, a lot of the poverty is systemic and systematic. You know what I mean? And it's very deep rooted. So a lot of times the culture is built around that poverty. You know what I'm saying? Just to sustain and get by. You living on an island. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing but so many places you could go. You know what I mean? And so it tends to become a psychological prison almost. And so a lot of these people, they get institutionalized with poverty. Very much so. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, but it's very real. And with this young lady, I'm assuming that she wasn't born in the States. You know what I mean? So she probably lived some time in a third world country, and you know, that coming from that level of poverty, like I'll never forget, I was having a conversation with a young lady from a third world country while she was still living there, and I told her, you know, I'd been homeless before, and you know, there was nights I had to sleep in my car, and she was like, if you slept in your car, you weren't homeless. I was like, oh. Okay. Like, wow, okay. It kind of grounded me a little, like, damn, you know, like she's got a point, you know what I mean? And so it's a different type of that kind of poverty is different, and it breeds a different I always say poverty breeds insanity. You know what I'm saying? Poverty breeds insanity, breeds poverty, and so on and so on. It's the chicken before the egg. And so yeah, just like I've heard people say, poverty in and of itself is traumatic. So just think of the trauma of being poor, and then all the traumas you experience beyond that. And so her survivalistic instincts are like on 10. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot that she doesn't give a fuck about. You know what I mean? There's really not much integrity and honor, you know, in her survivalistic will, you know. And women like that, don't be surprised. She'd be, if it came down to it, she'd slit those kids' throats on some "it's always Jermaine's fault" type shit. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Traffic Gal 43. Welcome. Thank you for contributing to the show. Yeah, you know, yeah, her survivalistic instincts are very high because, you know, that's what she's come to know. And so now, you know, you come to the States, and you know, first of all, like you know, there's levels to wealth, just like there's levels to poverty, like I just explained about the homeless conversation, right? And so you got to think, she comes to this country, some of the things that we consider simple are like luxurious to her, and then she experiences it, and then, you know, now her palate gets higher and higher, right? But then again, she's got, you know, she's got these kids, she's dragging along these kids, you know what I'm saying, while aspiring for this lifestyle. You think I'm pretty sure she knew she had to marry this man as quick as possible, because had she dated him long enough, he would have got to see her true colors. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I mean, you can only feel but so much sorry for him. You know what I'm saying? Because like, he's the real sucker. He's the sucker, pretty much. Like, and these dudes line up. They just keep finding these suckers. Like, with all this information and this knowledge and all this consciousness, you know what I'm saying, in these streets, these dudes just keep falling for it. They just keep on. I mean, you could say I fell for it at one point in time. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's in 2024, like, you really don't have much of an excuse to be a sucker at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what type of time these chicks is on. You know what I mean? But I digress. I don't digress, because it's kind of relevant to what we're talking about. Yeah, you see what type of time these chicks is on. So I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, he thought, You know what I'm saying? He thought it would be cool, you know what I'm saying? And then yeah, come on, move in, I got you. You know what I'm saying? He figured, yeah. He wasn't like stupid. Like from what she explained and described, he wasn't like stupid rich. He wasn't like he didn't sound like he had millions or whatnot. But he sounded like he felt like he can afford her. Yeah, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, but she's got kids. That drops her stock. Right? I talk about this all the time. I talk about this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Having children unmarried drops your stock. You know what I'm saying? Women hate it, but it's the truth. In a man's eyes, it's like, you ain't worth it. You ain't really worth it. And it is what it is. That's nature. You know what I'm saying? We don't make the rules. And so he figured, yeah, I could afford her. You know what I mean? I could afford her. And so yeah, come on in. You beautiful. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got kids. I can afford the kids. You know what I mean? And I think he has his own kids. I think he has his own child also. But yeah, ultimately, so now I position this picture with my book cover, RATCHET-OLOGY, in stores now. Go and get it. You can look me up or look up the book. Go to this website below, prosperunlimited.com. Get the book RATCHET-OLOGY. You can do it. Come on. Get my book RATCHET-OLOGY, and I break down women like this. I break down women such as this. You know what I mean? And you know, okay. So how does this character trait? I talk in the book RATCHET-OLOGY. I talk about how ratchets they will do anything for their ego. They will do anything for their to be accepted. You know what I mean? And they will use anyone to be accepted. It's not because they don't like drama. It's just that drama is all they know. You know what I mean? Like I explained, this woman comes from a third world country. You know what I mean? So she's experienced poverty on a systemic and systematic level, on a very deep entrenched level. She's come from a culture of poverty. You know what I mean? And so when she makes up her mind to get out of it, it doesn't matter who's in her way, even if it's her children. You know what I mean? And as you can see, now she's using her children she's weaponizing her children against this man. You know what I mean? Because they're not his kids. He don't care. He don't care about them. He don't want nothing to do with them, right? So how else can she weaponize them by, getting the authorities on her side? You know what I mean? By making such a wild claim that he actually assaulted one of or both of their children, when it was really one of her own children doing it. And so in the book RATCHET-OLOGY, I explain that oh shit, the thing is in the way. I didn't realize that would happen. So yeah, but yeah, in the book RATCHET-OLOGY, I explained that the only way to deal with women like this is to just get away from them. It's not your job to change them. You know what I mean? Because they are who they are at this point. They can't change. You know what I mean? It's like the ratchetry is all they know. She's made one bad decision after another. I found a young lady who researched the information on one of her baby daddies. This dude, he leveled up from her. He's actually the trophy husband. And if it wasn't for her creating this internet persona, she would actually be the Dusty. That's the crazy part. If it wasn't for her creating this internet persona, she would act, because right now she's in a Dusty position. She has nowhere to go. She divorced this man. I mean, she could use her looks, but her looks ain't gonna get her but so far. You know what I mean? Because now all her business is out on the web, and people are gonna dig. Her whole government is on the internet. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, like they dug up information on one of her baby fathers. This dude, he's happily married. He got all sorts of pictures. He got love stories about how he met his wife. You know what I'm saying? And then there's court documentation of him actually trying to get custody of one of her kids, of the kid that he had with her. But the Maryland courts denied it. You know what I'm saying? And like you know, so he seems like an all around stand up dude. You know what I mean? And his beard connects. From what I understand, the chicks dig that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, he actually leveled up from her, and so it begs the question: was she really dating Dusties and bums and thugs? Like, or was she dating like really good quality men and trying to, trying to suck the blood out of them, and on some Black Widow type shit and bite their heads off and move on to the next? Because that's what it seems like she's doing with this current husband that she has, or this current ex-husband of hers. You know what I mean? She's trying to bite his head off so she can move on to the next. You know what I mean? And then weaponizing the kids against him because, you know what I'm saying? Because she has no other. She's basically trying to sink her teeth into him. This is I should update the book and put that in there. That's actually a different. That's kind of like the topic of gold digging. But she's basically trying to sink her teeth into this man. And basically, what I mean when I say sinking her teeth into him is finding ways to latch onto him to squeeze money out of him. You know what I mean? Because where else is she gonna go? What else is she gonna do? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What else is there out for her to do? You know what I mean? She's trying to make this internet persona and this internet image, and it's all a facade. You know what I'm saying? So now she's desperate because she's scared. They done exposed me. The money's gonna dry up. Now I gotta make the next play. This is the next chess move. She Birdman hand rubbing right now. You feel me? And so this is what I mean when I talk about, you know, her trying to sink her teeth into him. You know what I mean? And you know, legally, you know, he's playing the legal game. You know what I mean? He's not playing the internet game. He's playing the legal game. So he got to be quiet about it. And you know, and I talk about this in the book RATCHET-OLOGY also. The more she runs her mouth about it, the more she scrubbed her page and left that one video up, you know what I'm saying, trying to beg for sympathy. Get everybody to feel sorry for her. No, that's not what we doing. We don't believe you. You need more people. You know, the more she talks, the more she'll expose herself, and the more the more everything is gonna backfire. You know what I mean? So and you know, and you just gotta let it roll. I talk about this in my book. Just let them talk. Let them talk. Let them try to drag your name through the mud. Meanwhile, they're dragging theirs. They're dragging their own. You know what I mean? And that's really how it works. That's really how you avoid and overcome these people. Yeah. So, that's my spill on this whole ISIS situation. Let's get to. I found a new blog site. It's called the Shade Borough. It's called the Shade Borough. It's not the Shade Room. It's the Shade Borough. It kind of brings up news that isn't necessarily hyped up on the internet. It's like kind of like the antithesis of the celebrity tabloids. It's like what's going on in the streets, really. I kind of dig it. Well, I ain't gonna say I dig it just yet, because a lot of these articles I don't really care about. Oh, they do have their own podcast. That's what's up. The Borough section. Okay, they kind of got it. Singer Mabel and long-term boyfriend Yeah, I don't know who none of these people are. Are they from where are they from? Yeah. So I gotta do a little more. I did find one cool little clip from that video. Actually, you know what? Just hold on. Let me go here with it. I'm gonna pull it up. I think it's very, very poignant, potent. A very poignant, potent clip. So the clip I'm about to show you is a clip of this young lady. She's ethnic. If you know what I'm saying. She's quite ethnic. You know. I don't know. I guess she's maybe of Middle Eastern descent. I guess she's from some sort of Middle Eastern descent. You know what I mean? But judging by her accent, she may not necessarily be Hispanic, but she is of some sort of Middle Eastern descent. And them people, their bloodlines is thousands and thousands and thousands of years mixed. Everybody in that area been fucking. so I don't hold nothing against them. But let me pull this. I'm gonna pull this up, and she basically talks about. I'm gonna let you get in on it as soon as I could get this to pull up. My computer's being slow. Here it is. All right, hold on 1 second.
Sorry, you're the only community that.
I like her audacity. Because I like her audacity concerning this topic because she brings it down to earth. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, y'all don't have the patent on this. Like, listen, just listen. I'm talking too much.
Wants to gatekeep,
Let me start from the top.
Sorry, you're the only community that wants to gatekeep. It's getting ridiculous. You want to gatekeep the word black. You want to gatekeep talking on black issues because we're not black. Are you okay? Do you think you intimidate me? You think I haven't been called a racist before on this platform? Do you think I care? You guys don't feel a type of way to go mention white people's issues and then turn in. Are you okay? Why do I need to be black to tell you that your esteem is being, your low self-esteem, you have low self-esteem from doing that? Do I need to be black? Sorry, you're the only community.
That's one clip. Let me play the second one.
You guys are not even wearing wigs that resemble 4C kinky hair. A lot of you are wearing wigs that look nothing like your hair. This is a problem. You guys are creating delusions in your head. You're wearing wig every day. If you're black and you're wearing a bright blonde, platinum, straight, bust down wig every day, you take it off. Are you telling me you're not going to look in the mirror and think, this is my image now. This is my image. This is a problem. This is a problem. What the fuck are you doing? You guys are not.
Hold on, let me play the third one now.
There's a lot of black women here that are trying to intimidate me. I don't know who you think you are. I'm actually speaking up for your community and you should be agreeing. And if not, you need help. Because what I'm saying is factual. Anyone can fucking agree. Whoever's a human or has been to year 2 school, year 3 school, knows that if you change your look every single day and you look in the mirror, you will now adapt and you'll think that this is your image. This is your true form. So now, when you remove all of that, you're going to be insecure. Simple. A simple Google search will show you this. A simple.
So her name, damn, I was looking up her name earlier. Oh my goodness, I'll post up her name. But this is something I was talking about maybe like in the 2010s. Like when I was noticing it like hard. Like I was like, it was becoming an epidemic to me. I'm like, everywhere I look, you know what I'm saying, a black woman got on a wig or something. I'm like, yo, come on. And then I remember it got trendy for black women to wear the wig afros or the sew-in afros. You know what I'm like? Yo, you naturally grow an afro, but you want to put an afro over it. Like, what? And the trendiness with grown ass women, with grown ass high school at grown ass women, is out of hand and out of order, and it's a direct sign of insecurity, and then just desperation, really, because from what I've gathered, a lot of the motivation behind these women donning these hair hats is because it's not acceptable in the job place amongst other white people. I can understand that. I ain't gonna say it's right, but I can understand it. You know what I'm saying? You've heard the talk for years. You've always heard the talk of, a black woman comes to work with her natural hair and they think something's wrong. I think a lot of that has to do with setting the palette. You know what I mean? Like you just have to come in with just well-groomed natural hair. Like you kind of set the palette and say, okay, she's different. She's not like us. She's not, blonde and wavy. Okay, I get it. But you know what I'm saying? She is kept. She is clean. She's crisp. You know what I mean? That says a lot about you in an occupational setting. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot of boldness and courage to establish that and say this is my reputation. This is my repertoire. You know what I mean? And you got to respect it. But women being women, they kind of bend to the status quo. I get that. But then another thing is, the more well-to-do men, the richer men, they like the white girl hair. Pretty much, I'm just gonna call it what it is. Or that's the assumption. That's the growing assumption. And I think the same attitude you can take to the workplace and say, okay, this is, I'm well kept, I'm well groomed, I'm crisp. This is my natural hair. This is the hair that God gave me. You know what I mean? I can't be anyone else. No matter how much I try, no matter how many hats I put on, I can only be me. You know what I mean? When I at the end of the day, I have to come home and take this hat off, or I have to take the sew-ins out, or the stocking cap sew-in, the glue on out. I gotta take the glue off and the sew-in off and the wig off, and I gotta be me at some point. So if I can accept me, why can't you accept me? You know what I mean? And it's not for anybody to accept you. However, it's in a world that we live in a Eurocentric world that we live in, you know what I'm saying, whereas they've kind of permeated the mainstream of beauty of beauty standards, it's kind of a double task. You have to live and also kick over a sacred cow and say, yes, this is beautiful too. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot that may be a lot to ask of a woman who might have low self-esteem, or who, you know what I mean, so on and so forth. A lot of it boils down to low self-esteem. You know what I mean? To have to hide your real hair to be in an upper class, to be considered upper class, you have to hide the hair that God gave you. What? Are you serious? Do you really hear what you're saying to yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you? I think that's a good point. Do you hear what you're saying to yourself? It's not, and because what you're saying to yourself is what you're showing the world. You're showing the world that what God gave you isn't good enough because of a status quo. You know what I mean? It's low class for me to look. I was. So you're basically saying you were born low class. That's really what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Really? You know what I mean? And so yeah, she broke it down so it can forever and consistently be broke. This is an ethnic woman. You know what I'm saying? She can talk. She could talk. You know what I mean? She has a black husband. You know what I mean? Yeah, all so on and so forth. Like I think, and I think it's time. I think in this day and age, we've come far enough to understand that black people don't have the patent on racism and colorism. That we can't be the only one that air out our dirty laundry. I think now it's time for people outside our community and our ethnic group to really start checking us. And I think when that happens, that's when we really gonna get it together. Cause we're gonna be like, oh, cause at first our first watch, I guarantee you, a lot of people's first instinct is gonna be to cry racism. I guarantee you, that's gonna be their first instinct. Cry racism, cry racism, cry racism. But no, that's not what it is. You know what I mean? and then yeah, it's going to really start. That's when it'll start to click, when they realize they can't cry racism no more, and they really got to face the music. And this is how these people really feel about you. This is how the people that you're trying to get approval from really feel about you. That's going to be the gut check. And then you're going to see, and then that's when you're going to start seeing these Instagram baddies and these Instagram models and the uniform wearers, you know what I'm saying, start really stripping off the hair hat, stripping off the hair hoodies. You know what I mean? And really accepting what God gave them, because it's gonna come to a point where it's gonna be like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. Because Charles, when I'm on a date with Charles keeps looking at my head and asking me, why don't I, why do you always, after he slams the American Express card on the dinner table. And he's looking at you, with the side eye, because he knows he's never going to take you out on a date again. Because if you can't be real with yourself, how can you be real with him? How's he supposed to take you seriously? You know what I mean? And then now you're wondering why he no longer takes you on those $100, $200 dinners. And now y'all just go. Now you just meet him. You just rendezvous at the hotel room at the 5-star. Oh, I didn't do it. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. No. Oh. No. But yeah, I think I did a good job right there. I think I'm gonna leave it on that note. I think I said a good bit of said right there. Yeah. So with that being said, I would like to thank you guys for tuning into this multi-million-dollar stream. I'm your host, Kev Prosper, the owner and founder of Prosperity U LLC. Prosperity U LLC is creating a society of wealth, positivity, and inspiration. That's right, boys and girls. You are tuned into Love and Money, the podcast of Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App above, $ Prosperity U LLC. And make sure you go to that Cash App and give it everything you got. And then visit this website below, prosperunlimited.com. And allow that website to change your life. I guarantee it, because it changed mine. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. But most importantly, thank you for sharing, because sharing is caring. And if you like the show, give a gift or just give a like. The likes are free. And remember, we do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And last but not least, remember, invest in the brand Prosperity U LLC. All right, I will see you guys next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Go to my video game channels and visit the video game streaming show, Visit Prosperity Gaming, and we do that every Saturday and Sunday from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Be sure to shop Amazon with Prosperity U LLC. Link in the description.
These are all of my books. My very first book, Leave the Fairy Tales Up to Disney, The Reality of Dating. Haunted Truths, a romance murder mystery set in the heart of Brooklyn during the 1980s, during the height of the crack era. Switch, my romantic comedy. My trilogy, Spirit of the Machine, 1, 2, and 3, sci-fi action thriller. My poem anthology, Red Garden. That is System of the Sun. It's my book on organizational skills. Don't wait till I get rich to buy that book. New Shoes. That's my book on self-esteem, on how to love yourself. Ratchetology. Yes, I'm the ratchetologist. Take my advice.
Visit prosperunlimited.com and click travel to book your next vacation.
Ha. Hey yo, P, do that freaky jam on the beat. Busy with that butter shit, that bone feed. Did you double do that song thing? Flicky with some butter, so that bone thing. If you cheeky cheddar check, I get her own cheese. And so chicken with that head, or this bitch that won't be with the official with that whole sleeve. Let me see these head, wish that with that long.
I got racks at ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks at ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch. If I don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch, I got racks at ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks at ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got.
Be sure to shop Amazon.